Karnataka. Now, former Karnataka Chief Minister and senior BJP leader B S Yediyurappa has once again turned down the proposal to name the newly constructed Shivamogga airport after him. He has requested the BSY government to name it after the famous Kannadiga poet Kuppalli Venkatappa Puttappa, popularly known by his pen name Kuvempu. So, former Karnataka Chief Minister and BJP leader B S Yediyurappa has now once again turned down the proposal to name the newly constructed Shivamogga airport after him. News 18's Rohini Swami is joining us on this story to give us more details. Rohini, can you tell us more about this whole issue that has been going on around naming this Shivamogga airport after Yediyurappa?
Well, the airport in Shivamogga is to be launched or rather inaugurated by Prime Minister Modi on February 27. Coincidentally, this is also the birth date of Yediyurappa, and he turned 80. Excuse me. He turns 80 on the day. Last year as well, around April, the Chief Minister, Mr. Bansaraj Bommai, had said that they will name the Shivamogga airport after B S Yediyurappa, to which he had politely turned it down and even written a letter. Later tweeted it also as well, saying that he's very humbled by the fact that they have considered it, but he would rather think it is inappropriate. Rather, he would prefer that it be named after so many other personalities who have contributed to the state of Karnataka, and there are even patriots as well. He has named a couple of them in terms of even Kerala Chennamma, one of the several such rulers as well. Dr. B. R. Ambedkar's name also came up, and he also suggested, and there were other suggestions of naming Kuvempu as one of the names for Shivamogga Airport. Now, once again, 3 days ago, the Chief Minister said that the cabinet has agreed to name it after B S Yediyurappa. Now, this is the second time this has been brought in, and second time that Yediyurappa said that this would not be appropriate for him, and he has turned it down. Once again, saying that it would be more appropriate and rather it would be named after Kuvempu, that is the Shivamogga airport to be named after Kuvempu. And since the legislature is in session right now with the budget session to be resumed today onwards, he said it will be discussed and unanimously the name will be sent to the center. Now, this background I've given you is just because all this in the background of how of Yediyurappa being one of the senior Lingayat leaders and the BJP relying heavily on him. We've just seen how my colleague Akshara has talked about how the Lingayats have been pressuring the government for separate religion status. The BJP is in the dock in many ways. In terms of one, it is trying to handle its image, which has been partially affected by the corruption campaigns that have been led by the opposition, as well as several other scams that have, like the PSI recruitment scam, that has hurt the BJP here. As the state heads to elections, the BJP will have to go with a report card to the people. And the central leadership also has decided and are heavily relying on B S Yediyurappa, who's a very senior Lingayat leader and one of the tallest leaders in the BJP in Karnataka, to try and help them come back to power. And that is why this is important. It is looked as appeasement politics. By naming an airport after him, they thought that they could also try and give him as much status as possible. Because let us remember one thing, that in the last couple of weeks, last couple of months also, we have seen that Yediyurappa has felt disgruntled after he was forced to step down and Bommai was made to take the position of the chief minister. Later on, he was also sidelined, to which he was later given the post of the parliamentary board member, and his direct involvement in politics, or rather in Karnataka politics, also was seen. But that kept aside also the fact that they are trying very hard to ensure that Yediyurappa is not only on board with the BJP, but works with them closely to ensure that the BJP comes to power. And all this works out in terms of the equation to ensure that the BJP tries as much as possible to see that they can come back and come back in the numbers that Amit Shah has said, that is more than 150 seats.
All right, Rohini, thank you for giving us all those details.